Hello and welcome to Froch on Fighting. My name is Carl Froch, a current Hall of Famer for my services to boxing, a 4-time super middleweight champion of the world. This episode is brought to you by Cobra Casino. Please don't forget to hit like, share and subscribe to this channel.
So AJ and Ngannou have officially been announced in London on Monday. So it's going to be Saudi Arabia, March 8th.
March 8th in Saudi Arabia, Francis Ngannou, Anthony Joshua. A fight with Ngannou, who Anthony Joshua said he don't do gimmick fights. Eddie Hearn said it was a money grab when Frank Warren announced it. Oh, how they both get on so well now, don't they? But anyway, they've both accused me about having a cash grab. Carl Froch has been after a cash grab for 10 years. That's what Eddie Hearn says. I don't fully know what he's talking about with that one. But Frank Warren did say, Carl trying to fight who? What's his name? Jake Paul I was going to fight. I'm 10 years fucking retired. If I want to fight Jake Paul, I can fight Jake Paul when I'm 10 years retired. I've got no obligation to defend any world titles like Tyson Fury did. When that fight was announced, Tyson Fury is WBC champion, lineal heavyweight champion, and he's got an obligation to fight other heavyweight contenders, in my opinion, and the boxing purist's opinion. Right. The fight ended up being an half-decent fight, and Ngannou was surprisingly very good in that fight, and a lot of people thought he'd won. But that doesn't, you can't retract the comments.
It's a total mismatch. The whole thing's a money grab. It's a total mismatch.
What Eddie said and what was said about this fight being a mismatch, and AJ saying, I don't do gimmick fights.
I spoke to AJ about the fight and he likes it and he gets it, but he's very focused on his boxing career at the moment and he doesn't want to derail that to do something a little bit gimmicky.
This is a full 180 and I've already addressed that. That's being addressed and I'm quite happy with it. But don't sit back now and say Carl Froch has been after a cash grab for 10 years. Listen, if there's any cash to grab and someone wants chin, and especially Jake Paul, I'm up for it. Listen, Conor McGregor was piping up. I'm not after no cash grab. People mention my name and I respond to their call-outs. I don't call anybody out. I'm not in the business of calling anybody out. I retired after the Groves Wembley fight and I've stayed retired. And that's how I remain. That's what my future's looking like, a retired professional fighter. Hall of Famer, like I've already mentioned. I'm in a good place. I don't need to be getting into the ring fighting.
Right, so I'm glad you got that off your chest.
Yep. Feel cleansed.
Let's get back to the press conference.
Yeah, so I'll tell you what, the start of the press conference was quite funny. Turkish Al-Sheikh, His Excellency, came out and he's got an excellent idea. He addressed Hearn and Bricktop, Frank Warren, and he said, I want you two to go head to head. I don't know if it was a bad impression. And Frank Warren... Yeah, it is a bit Arnie, wasn't it? Frank Warren shit himself. He was like, no, it's a mismatch.
Each one of them will choose.
And he didn't mean Eddie and Frank Warren start punching each other. Because, I mean, that would be entertaining. What he meant was...
I reckon they would have done that.
They would have had a go, wouldn't they? Listen, they're friends now. They're best of friends. Talk about cash grab. Come on, show me the buns. I'll shake your hand. I'll even shake your hand, actually, Frank. I'll shake your hand. I'll hold your hand. I'll have a picture taken of us two holding hands.
Oh,
yeah?
no.
Because that's what goes down when the money's involved. So don't talk to me about cash grabs. So anyway, he suggested that, them two having opposing teams, which was good. So Eddie Hearn gets 5 fighters, Frank Warren gets 5 fighters, and these fighters come together in a fight. They fight each other, and whoever wins the score, obviously if 3 of Eddie's fighters win, and 2 of Frank Warren's, then Eddie wins 3-2. That's good because that's bringing opposing promoters together to make fights that usually wouldn't happen. So fair play to Turkish Al-Sheikh. That is an excellent idea. And I think that's good for boxing in that sense. But will we be able to see these fights at the O2 or at Wembley Stadium or at the MEN or the Nottingham Arena? I mean, I'm not so sure. But... we're not going to boast anything about that, but if we do get the fights that we usually wouldn't get, then I've got to give him credit for that.
So what do you actually make of the fight?
Listen, I've given the fight some stick because of when it was announced with Tyson Fury, but actually, Francis Ngannou has proved himself. He's proved himself. He flattened Tyson Fury. Fury got off the canvas to win, but it was a close fight and it was competitive, and nobody thought it would be. It's amazing. And what Ngannou's doing at 38 years old, coming from the MMA world, into the professional boxing world, it's actually making a bit of a mockery of professional boxing at heavyweight level anyway, especially because he's taken out these heavyweights. He's been in there with Tyson Fury. Well, he's only taken one out, hasn't he? He lost a fight. He's 1-0. One fight at heavyweight, lost one. But everybody knows how that fight went. That was close. So now what I'm saying is, it's not a mismatch because of what Ngannou did to Fury. But Fury was that bad. Was he that bad? Or was Ngannou that good? We don't know. We'll probably find out. But I thoroughly expect Anthony Joshua, who's been busy, he's had 3 fights last year, and he's busy. And I just think a busy fighter is a better fighter. And the skill set to win the Olympic gold medal and the world champions he's taken on and defeated and defended against. He's been in there with Usyk twice. All right, he didn't get the win, but he's got that experience. He's got bags of experience. He seems to be getting more confident now. He seems to be getting that mojo back. That mindset seems to be coming, which is great. Great for him, great for his team, great for British boxing that Anthony Joshua might just be back. But the only caveat to that is he back? We don't know, because the 3 fighters that he's had, the Franklin, the Hellenius, and then Otto Wallin in his last fight, they didn't come to win. They didn't come with any ambition. And you could say, oh, AJ knocked the ambition out of him, but he didn't. AJ was on his back foot. Okay, against Hellenius, he was a little bit more motivated. But in Francis Ngannou, he's going to be in against a guy that's bigger than him, heavier than him, probably stronger, maybe not stronger, but he's going to be at least a stone heavier. Big, strong, heavy, mindset of a killer. He is a killer, a born killer, natural born killer. Look at his background story. Look where he comes from. Look at what he's done in the MMA world. He's going to be coming to Anthony Joshua, sticking it on him and trying to render him unconscious from round 1. He's going to be putting it on him. And how's Anthony Joshua going to respond to that? We don't know. We can't draw judgment based on what we've seen in his last 3 fights. Since losing to Andy Ruiz, he's not been the same. He's improved his last few fights, but is he back? Is he back to where he needs to be? This fight's just a mad one because, I mean, again, cha-ching. It's cha-ching all the way around. It's reported that Anthony Joshua's getting 50 million and Ngannou's getting 20 million. This is absurd money. Fair play, the fighters need paying. The more money they earn, the better. I mean, for me, the better it is, because the fighters should be getting paid big money because they're the ones putting their lives on the line. But this fight, again, I go back to it, it's all about the dollar. It's all about the money. Talk about cash grabs, but hang on, I'm digressing again. This fight is a decent fight. It's decent. We don't know what Anthony Joshua's going to bring to the table. We don't know how he's going to respond when Ngannou sticks it on him. So I'm looking forward to it. I'll be watching it. And His Excellency, Turki Al-Sheikh, he's had another excellent idea to bring out an excellent belt, an undisputed belt. I mean, if you're undisputed champion, you've got all the belts. You've got all 4 belts, WBC, RBF, WBA, probably WBO. And you are then the unified, undisputed champion. Undisputed because you've got all the belts. But now we've got an undisputed belt, you know. He's brought it out. The Excellency has just thought, you know what? There's not a belt. I'll just make one. We've got the money. We'll make an undisputed belt. Why not? So the undisputed belt, I'm assuming, will be up for grabs when Tyson Fury fights Usyk. And then the winner of AJ and Ngannou will be fighting for the undisputed, unified heavyweight champion of the world, including the new belt. I said I think Usyk beats Fury. So that would mean that if AJ beats Ngannou, which he probably will, but it could go wrong. Listen, don't put your money on it because this could go wrong. But then you've got Usyk, AJ. I'm not so sure I want to see that again. Let me know in the comments what you think if you want to see that again. I'm not so sure. So because of that, I'd rather Tyson Fury beat Usyk. Listen, you know my opinion on it, Fury Usyk. I think Usyk's going to win. But if Fury beats Usyk, then you've got Tyson Fury against Anthony Joshua if AJ comes through Ngannou for the undisputed, the new excellent belt and the unified titles in the heavyweight division, which would be absolutely brilliant for boxing, British boxing, 2 British fighters for the undisputed heavyweight title. So hopefully that's where this ends. It'd be great if it was at Wembley Stadium. It's probably not going to be, but if we get to watch these fights on the television and we can enjoy them, then so be it. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. Who you think is going to win, who's going to be fighting ultimately for these unified undisputed titles and that new belt. And also let me know what you think AJ is going to be doing with Ngannou, how that fight's going to go, because I'm interested to hear your thoughts.
So Tasha Jonas is fighting on Saturday.
She is, yeah. She's fighting Michaela Mayer actually Saturday. I'll be watching that one. It's on Sky Sports, I believe. Good luck to Natasha Jonas. Joe Gallagher, good luck, mate. You've got a good one there, and she knows how to fight. You see her against Katie Taylor. She lost a close one, but I did my preview for that one on Talk Sport, The Verdict, me and George Groves. So get a look at that. And yeah, this has been another episode of Froch on Fighting. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.